We all are a part of that big picture and therefore hold a special place in this world. Sometimes when these parts are falling apart, they may actually be falling into place. Such is the beauty of a puzzle. Good evening. It is a great privilege to have with us here today Mr. Sanjay Murthy, Union Secretary, Higher Education, and we extend a very warm welcome to him. We are also honored by the presence of our other esteemed guest, Mr. Vivek Kumar Singh, Additional Chief Secretary, Revenue and Land Reforms. Today, we are gathered here for the national launch of A Clue a Day. A Clue a Day 2022 is being conducted by Extra C on crypticsing.com. Its 3 daily versions are ACAD, ACAD Plus, and ACAD Senior. It is a daily online crossword challenge, and the harbinger of this program is a senior bureaucrat, Mr. Vivek Kumar Singh. He has retained the innate curiosity and zeal to incorporate the enigma of words through crosswords in young minds. Believe me, my dear friends, your participation in this journey will keep your gray cells healthy, active, and vibrant throughout. Today's program is very special, so let us all be governed by the light of knowledge, by the symbol of brightness and the zest to learn. With this, I would like to invite Mr. Debajyoti Ghosh to present the shlok.
तत्सत् श्रीनारायण तु पुरुषोत्तम गुरु तु तत्सत् श्रीनारायण तु पुरुषोत्तम गुरु तु सिद्ध बुद्ध तु स्कंद विनायक सविता पावक तु सविता पावक तु ब्रह्ममस्द तु यहव शक्ति तु यीशु पिता प्रभु तु रुद्र विष्णु तु राम कृष्ण तु रहीम ताओ तु रहीम ताओ तु वासुदेव गो विश्वरूप तु चिदानंद हरि तु अद्वितीय तु अकाल निर्भय आत्मलिंग शिव तु आत्मलिंग शिव तु आत्मलिंग शिव तु
Thank you, sir. A good leader is there for a reason, and his words always open doors to new possibilities, choices, ideas, and learning. I would now like to welcome Mr. B. Vinod, Principal, DPS Patna, to the welcome address. Sir, please.
Thank you, Akshat. Good evening, distinguished guests, Team Extra C, teachers, my dear students, and all those who are watching this program. I welcome you to yet another chapter, that is the 9th edition of ACAD 2022 for its launch. Every year we have the launch, and students from schools all over India, they take or participate and win exciting prizes. Even those who are not able to make it, I personally believe that is they are able to learn a lot. That is much being a part of this program. I have seen children growing with good vocabulary and ultimately making a mark for themselves. Let us take, for example, that is whenever we say that somebody who is very good in vocabulary, we used to refer to Mr. Shashi Tharoor. Let us not go into the political matters. Let us directly go into his intellectual capabilities. And what I feel is the moment you say Mr. Shashi Tharoor, we are not looking at his personality or appearance. It's more about him as a walking dictionary. Here we appreciate his skills, vocabulary skills, the words that he used to make sentences, and above all, the confidence with which he uses those words to create sentences. We have another person in this platform who is equally great and must say that the creator and the master of ACAD, Mr. Vivek Singh. He has all the answers with him. Like you ask any question, he has the answer with him. It is not concerned with his work, ACAD, but for life. That is why it is always said, never stop learning, because life never stops teaching. It's something like sitting with you, Mr. Vivek. I have found that I have learned a lot. Let me tell you, ACAD has changed my life too. And I'm thankful to you for conceptualizing this program and actually raising the standards of the children year by year. It is my sincere request to you and your team that is lead this program the way you're doing it. And I'm very happy that last year, Takshila Education Society, one of the schools under it, DPS Pune, were the winners. So we'll see more winners from different schools, and each and everybody, like if they are going to gain something out of it, I must say that is tomorrow you will be a class. That is extra C itself specifies the class. C means class, right? So you will be in the class more than being in the mass. Once again, I welcome everybody for this program. And next year, hopefully, let us see that we'll be able to do it physically. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. It takes just 26 letters arranged and rearranged to not just conquer small minds, but the whole world. And Mr. Vivek Kumar Singh has in ways more than one proven this right. Mr. Singh, who is a senior bureaucrat, started off as an amateur crossword maker and has created crosswords professionally for many publications. He aspires to demystify the enigma of cryptic crosswords in a lucid and step-by-step manner. Sir, now I request you to take us all on this enchanting odyssey of arranging and rearranging letters and words. Sir, please.
Sir, please unmute yourself.
Thank you very much, Akshat. Now, can you hear me all? Okay, fine. So thank you very much. And first of all, I must thank and appreciate the students of the Delhi Public School, the Takshila Education Society, who have not only promoted this ACAD for the last so many years by launching it, but also ensuring that the students of DPS at various locations in India do participate and do enhance their verbal skills. The ACAD this year, there are certain modifications, certain improvements that we are trying to latch upon. One is the ACAD senior. Today, in fact, the national champion, Mr. Ramke Krishnan, called me up and said that there are many people who are not 60 and who want to play this year. And they would not like to be competitive, but still be part of the game. So we have thought that another 15 days, we'll have a non-competitive section of the ACAD senior, where it would be called the ACAD Open, and you will have players from all age categories. So the school students can also go there, the college students can also go there, everyone can go there, but of course, the leaderboard would be for people who are 60 plus, and we'll try to engage as many people as we can. Another very important thing which has happened this year is that the Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy of Administration, Missouri, where all the IAS, IPS, IFS, and central service officers are trained. So they were having this foundation course, the 96 foundation course. And there it was decided to introduce crossword as part of the curriculum. You can understand the importance that the leading administrators of the country have given to this now. So we had around 448 officer trainees, and we held a 2-day workshop in December on the 20th and 21st December. And it was a good success. We have also organized a crossword at LBS app, which is conducting a weekly contest. So the idea is to promote it everywhere. And that is the reason while the ACAD thing has become very popular in school, and it is a stepping stone for outstanding performances in the CCCC, which is the inter-school event. So I find that many students who started off on a yes, but now they were starters and they reached the final rounds of the CCCC, which was televised. Then, I mean, another school, the DPS Pune, they won it last year. So there's a tremendous potential, there's a tremendous scope. And we also, for the benefit of the people who have not actually participated face to face, we organized the ACAD offline. Of course, with Corona, I mean, hitting us for the last 2 years, we were not very successful in this, but still, we could hold one event in Delhi last year in which a girl from Hyderabad, she came all the way, Gayatri, and participated and won it. So that is the kind of spirit and enthusiasm it has able to generate over the past 9 years now. So the time has come for the schools in particular, for people who are listening, that it is nothing sort of a luxury. It is actually something which every student ought to do. As my friend Mr. Vinod was telling him, I mean, why do you know Shashi Tharoor? Why do you talk about it? There are many people whose language, whose command over the vocabulary has been phenomenal, and they drop the kind of respect that they deserve. You find the advocates, you find the diplomats, when they talk, they surely have a good range of words to describe things, and therefore they are more appropriate than the rest of us. So it is something which you have to learn. I mean, articulation is something which will carry you forward in the long run. And not only for your exams in a limited way, but also as your, I mean, personality in the long run. So that was, I mean, one thing we thought that, I mean, since the schools have done well, this year I've invited my friend, Mr. Sanjay Murthy, who is Secretary Higher Education, Government of India. I find that crosswords, while it has reached out to the schools of India, it is still limited to very few senior institutions like the IIMs and the IITs, where students actually do crosswords. So most of the time when they end up, I mean, taking up a job or doing anything, they find that while some of the friends have knowledge of crosswords, they are actually crossword illiterates. So that is not what we want. So I have requested Sanjay Murthy, who's a dear friend and who is actually a very dynamic officer and also the chairman of University Grants Commission, UGC at the moment. So he has offered that if anything can be done to promote crosswords in the higher education institutions of the country, he'll provide us all support. So having said all this, again, the fundamental of the, I mean, crossword fraternity is the base of the pyramid. That is the school students. And there, people like B. Vinod, Madam Chetna Jha, they have been persevering even this time, since the schools were closed and we didn't have much time. These two persons actually helped us out so that we could reach out to you and we could come to a platform where we could interact with you in a whatever limited way. And we hope and expect that this year the ACAD would be still better. Today the contest is on. I'm sorry, the first day there was some faux pas in the sense that the ACAD senior clue was given to the ACAD students. So naturally it was tough. So don't get disheartened. It was more of an aberration. It will not happen. You'll get words you're familiar with and you must try it out. I mean, I've been telling students, don't get frustrated. Don't bother about whether you succeed or not. It is the perseverance which pays, and every day when you solve it and next day you see the solution, you learn something new. Maybe a new word, maybe a new formation, maybe a new way of expressing things. So this you must bear in mind and do well. It is designed for you. It is a very low cost event in the sense it doesn't take much of your precious time. All of you students are hard pressed for time. It just takes around 2 to 5 minutes every day. And that is a time when after lunch, maybe you want a small break and want to test yourself. So, I mean, try to encourage your friends, your colleagues, and everyone that you know of to come on this platform, learn the basics, and then move ahead. With these words, I would personally thank Mr. Vinod, who's been a dear friend and who's been promoting crosswords like no one else, and Madam Chetna Jha, who's been so sincere in her efforts that if we have reached to this point today, it is largely because of our coordination efforts. Thanks to all of you.
Thank you, sir. We live in times of tough competition, and we look up to our leaders who have created a niche for themselves. Their words are always aspiring, life-affirming, and welcome in our lives. Now, I request Mr. Sanjay Murthy to honor us with his enlightening words. Sir, please.
Greetings. It is with an immense sense of pleasure that I speak to you today. A Kluwer Day, popular among school children as ACAD, has been one of the most sought after contests since 2014. What makes it unique is that it is an annual mental marathon running online for 9 to 10 months with a fresh clue every day. The sense of perseverance that it instills in you, along with many other key cognitive skills, prepares you for a long haul. Can I do it? That daily challenge, it teases you, it makes you a habitual troubleshooter. That's a recipe for success. One of the greatest minds of all time, Albert Einstein, once said, "Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of lifelong attempt to acquire it." It is heartening to see that along the way, other versions of this contest have come up and are being played with utmost enthusiasm. ACAD Plus to engage college students and ACAD Senior for citizens above the age 60 years are a welcome step. It also shows the growing popularity of crosswords in the country and how an intellectual pastime can be age neutral. Looking at the efficacy of this endeavor in encouraging the tendency to explore new dimensions of excellence, it is heartening to note the plan to involve students of higher education institutions more actively in ACAD Plus beginning this year. I am sure the game, with its unique format and unlimited fun, will soon endear itself to students of such institutes. There is another big plus for it. We are into the third year of the pandemic. In such times, an exercise like this has been of special significance. Using crosswords as a learning tool is an idea whose time has certainly arrived. It is praiseworthy that Extra C has come out with such an innovative idea of a competitive platform to promote this beautiful mind game. I have been told that there are other competitive platforms for crossword promotion like CCCC and IXL, which are very popular. Quite regularly, it also conducts learning-based events for corporate and educational institutions on demand. I offer a special word of praise for my friend Vivek Kumar Singh, who has mentored a whole lot of young people to become crossword experts. I wish this endeavor a great future. While taking this opportunity to launch ACAD, ACAD Plus and ACAD Senior 2022, I congratulate the participants and wish the organizers a great run for the current edition. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. Words can make one happy. Words can bend one's mind. Words can make one grumpy. Words can make one kind. Words can hide the truth. Words can strike the heart. Words can provoke the youth to make a revolution start. Words can give one freedom. Words can push one to heights. Only words have such powers to separate wrongs from rights. When the seasons shift, they bring with them a subtle beginning, a sense of promise, change, hopefulness, and gratitude. Similarly, this hour has been immensely invaluable in our lives. With this, we now come to the end of our session. Thank you and have a nice day.